All right. Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to the StarCraft 2 subscriber showdown. We have 3 Protosses and a Terran here. A couple of them did play random, so let us find out once again. Those of you who have been tuning into the stream, you've been seeing these quite a bit. Those of you watching on YouTube have asked for more, so here it is. Also, because people on the stream really like it, this is a 4-player free-for-all in the StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void Zombie Fest extension mod. So this is a normal free-for-all. We've got some gold minerals and rich Vespine geysers in each base to give extra money. And I have set a custom parameter, of course. I've been tuning what settings I like to use for this. This mode is called Zombie Fest. But before we go into it too much, I do want to introduce all of the players. We've got Zren and Olex representing Team Yellow, One Shot and Too Much Salt for Team Red, Tall and Destroyed for Team Purple, and Smash plus Jugu for Team Teal. So, without further ado, we are a minute into the game, and oh my god, zombies have started to spawn on the map. I didn't want to make things too complicated for players, so I figured I'd have them start spawning just a minute into the game. Keep things a little bit fresh, don't destroy their computers too quickly, but they still spawn pretty fast. So, this, of course, you can be played. People keep asking me, I keep telling them, I think it's only on NA. You can go to multiplayer, custom. It's not under arcade. You have to go to multiplayer, custom, and then create with extension mod. You can use this with literally any map. This map is Korhal City. This map, fun fact, was one of the first maps in Heart of the Swarm. It was a Heart of the Swarm beta map, known for its massive size. And it was one of the first maps where it had this little feature. You could use these rocks to block someone's expansion or kill a building hatchery. Surprisingly, we haven't seen anything else like this since Legacy of the Void. Actually, since this map, we haven't seen anything like this at all. Come on, Blizzard, are you even trying? But with that being said, this map, you have a pretty easy to take natural expansion, which kind of goes against what I wanted for this game, but I changed my mind. And as we get into the thick of things, as we find out, of course, things will happen. We will get stronger zombies as time goes on. They will get upgrades. More powerful zombies will appear. Some of these zombies will become super mega dank meme zombies. So, while we wait for things to begin to happen, of course, only one team can win. This is an Archon match, which means each team is actually, each race, or each player is actually 2 players. So there's 2 people behind this. As you can see, it's Olex and Zren as the yellow Protoss players. So, the first zombie attack wave is going to be coming now as we are reaching the 3-minute mark. The zombies are supposed to push at 4 minutes, but maybe they will push a little bit earlier. So, just to briefly make sure I mention this, of course, these games are brought to you by my awesome Twitch subscribers. They are the reason why I am able to do StarCraft content full time. I do not do anything other than make StarCraft. There are no buildings in this setting. That means zombies never, ever stop. So I think this is a little bit more of a fun way to do this. So this is brought to you by, like I said, my Twitch subscribers. These are the guys that make it possible for me to do what I do and pay my rent and all that great stuff. So you guys like this, you guys want more of it, you can always support me on my live stream at twitch.tv/Nathanias, which is, of course, always going to be linked below. So, yeah. Check it out. Watch me do these live. Watch me play. I do about 6 to 7 hours of StarCraft 2 every day. So, the first night has come, and no spawn in base. No, the zombies never spawn inside of your base. So, you're pretty much safe if you have vision of an area. Zombies only spawn in the darkest nether regions of the map. So, every team has taken an expansion so far. Of course, we see the zombies want to get inside, but a good defense here. The Terran team opening up with siege tanks to keep themselves safe. The zombies distinctly lack any real powerful anti-air, as there are a lot more melee zombies than infested marines, and the infested marines aren't that strong. Of course, they will get stronger as time goes on, but the players in this game will have to focus on not only dealing with the endless onslaught of the zombies that slowly get upgrades, and by the way, I think we reached a point where the zombies had level 9 upgrades the last time I did one of these, so almost nothing did damage them anymore except the most powerful units in the game. So basically, the players want to kill each other before that happens. The rocks have been broken for this expansion. And Jugu asks, are there air zombies? I will answer that question. Nope, there are no air zombies. So if you are concerned about drops or harass, no. The zombies will only ever attack you via the ground. And during nighttime, they will make a deliberate attempt to kill you. During the daytime, the zombies usually just chill. They don't cause too much trouble. They're pretty well-mannered. Of course, my overlay looks weird because it's not designed for team games. It's only designed for 1v1. But we can still see everything that we really need to see. So, yellow team is going to try to be the first team to secure their third base. Pretty nice. I mean, the advantage of Terran in zombie mode is that you can lock yourself in, build that third base behind everything, and then follow up with that. Now, the Terran team is up against 3 Protosses. I believe 1 or 2 of these teams were random, so they may not all be aware of the number of Protosses in this game, but it is important to keep in mind that they are still enemies, and some Oracle harass going to come in here from the purple team, using that high amount of airspace to bypass the zombies and still get some damage done. 1 Oracle does go down. A couple of SCVs were killed, but not really a significant amount, as this Oracle gets shreked. So, yellow Protoss has secured the third. Pretty nice. And now Destroyed says, well, now we are aware. You're not supposed to be stream cheating. Just pretend you didn't hear that. It's more about how you actually play than anyway. Like I said, these games are meant for fun. No one's gonna get court-martialed. So, teal going into Tempests. Yellow going into Void Rays. All right, Void Rays are a nice setup too. Purple going into Phoenix with some gateway units. They've locked themselves in. It's actually a complete wall. And the red team is playing a little bit of a Mecharino style. Lots of tanks. Never finished their second armory. I'm actually not sure because they got Stim. They got Stim. And they haven't started combat shields, but the fact that they've got 2 factories and 2 armories leaves me wondering what exactly is their plan. We've seen Liberators be really useful in these scenarios. Purple going for the DTs. Where are the Dark Templar? Oh, they're going to do it to harass. I wasn't sure if they were going to try to use it to clean up the zombies, but, I mean, all the Protoss players have cannons at the front of their base to deal with the zombies. So, are they really expecting their enemies not to have any detection? I mean, if they snipe this cannon, it's possible they could get a lot of work done. There it is. I mean, the DTs are in this Warp Prism. I think they could snipe the cannon, but instead they're going to back up. And Teal says, we will mass probes and take down the zombies. Mass probe is a pretty bold strategy. Tempests are great against the zombies because they deal a higher amount of base damage as the zombies slowly get upgrades. Right now they have 1-1. But, you know, the more that you move out and try to expand, the tougher it gets. Of course, here we have a little bit of a more buff zombie. They get more hit points, and they are detectors, so you need to be very careful. Very careful around those zombies. They can really foil a lot of your more creative plans. Siege tanks are going to move out for the red team, helping to secure this position, but still, we do finally have a third base about to start for Teal. Still, yellow, the only team that actually has a third base. Everybody else is a little bit further behind. So let's look at the supplies then. Supply naturally is leading for yellow, followed by red team, then teal, then purple. So purple finds themselves the furthest behind. I mean, they went for that cheeky warp prism play, but it didn't end up doing anything. In fact, I think they lost the warp prism. I didn't get to see where it died, and the units lost tab doesn't work in this in team games. So doesn't work. So carriers for Team Yellow is an interesting choice. I mean, you have gold mineral patches that are 20,000 resources, so it's big game hunters mode for the gold minerals and the gas. The blue minerals do mine out, so you do drop in income significantly as time goes on. So you do want to take more bases to replenish your economy. But the gold minerals will last you a very long time, so you're not left up shit creek without a paddle, as they would say back in Northeast Pennsylvania. Of course, these zombies are continuing to get stronger. We have 2-2 upgrades done for them now. We got some big, ugly mofos. This guy almost looks like a zombie-human Zerg hybrid of Dahaka. I just noticed that the super zombies actually show up as a lighter pink on the minimap. That's pretty dank. Aberrations have begun to spawn. These guys are really hard to kill. They have 450 hit points. Very, very powerful forces. Oh! Attempted disruptor drop gets shut down. Yellow using DTs to cleave through this. The special zombies are detectors, but the normal ones are not. So DTs are actually a really great move. You just need to be very aware of the the zombies positioning on things like this burrowed marine. These guys are going to step over. The zombies will burrow when low on health because their AI is surprisingly complex. So some harass from purple onto red is finally pushed back. Checking the supplies. Purple's still far behind their opponents. Not a lot of probes, actually, for purple either. They've stopped at just 38. Now they're going to take their third base. Whoa! Purple just killed one of their own stalkers. Tall and destroyed. Working together here. The rocks have been knocked down, so this expansion will be secured by the red team. Red is going to take a different third base than everybody else. They don't want to expose themselves outwardly. I mean, that allows them to just hold this area, right? This is the only place the zombies can attack them from, but we have to keep in mind that there are still other players in this game. Oh, they just disruptor dropped this expansion. And it looks like they're going to warp in some 3 Dank Templar to deal with this command center. The Marines, are they in a position? Oh my god, there's the disruptor. It's on cooldown. I mean, they could kill it. Oh no, it gets left behind. The DTs get dropped, and oh, yellow loses the prism and all the DTs. Unfortunate for them. Great play by red to stick it to the Maniosis. And meanwhile, teal. Ooh. Man, everyone likes disruptor drops in this game. I guess if you're playing Archon mode, and they are playing Archon mode, that's pretty cool. Yellow's built up a healthy carrier fleet, though. What do we have in here? Just 1 disruptor. And we have reached nighttime yet again. Liberators are phenomenal against the zombies as they deal a tremendous amount of damage with the Concord cannon. And here we go. Some Zealots harass going to be warped in at Yellow's 4th base as Yellow tries to secure that 4th. Now the zombies should be getting their 3/3 upgrades shortly. We still have Dank Templar to help defend against this. These zombies trying to break their way into the main base of Teal, but not having any of it. And Jugga saying, holy FPS, I need to buy an i7-6969X. Trying to deny this base. They might just be able to do it. They do force the cancel. They'll kill the Zealots. They have to restart the Nexus, but it would have been unfortunate. They would have had a Nexus with almost no health left in it, as the red team has locked down their expansion. So red's actually splitting themselves up. I really feel like if they just focused all of their efforts on this zone, then they could keep their whole army together and they wouldn't be pulled apart by the zombies. But oh my god, the Void Ray hit squad, tasteless. It's coming. Void Ray hit squad is going to hit the expansion of red. I'm down to 20 FPS. Lol. Those of you guys watching on YouTube are going to be like, why is the video such low FPS towards the end? It's like, well, because this game is insane. So, Command Center does get sniped. They just walk in with those +2 Void Rays. That's actually pretty badass. As the zombies continue to step forward. Mothership for cloaking is nice. I love it. I love it. Really messes with the AI. I mean, some of these stalkers are still getting hit, though. The zombies do have 3/3 upgrades now, so DT's still very, very useful as they deal a tremendous amount of damage. And Yellow has built up a powerful army. Of course, gotta be careful. Oh, no, Diablos are starting to spawn. So the DT can actually kill itself. Yeah, it just killed itself. For any of you guys that haven't tuned into one of these matches before, Diablo, the Lord of Terror, is a unit. And it's basically a giant Baneling. Does 69 damage with +3 upgrades. So it's melee. It's a Baneling. And it's pretty dope. So Purple, still the lowest supply. They've been trudging along, but they're hanging in there. I mean, none of the teams have really hit each other that hard, and Red took a lot of damage, but now they're going to try to strike back with some Banshees. I mean, the problem with Banshees, as nice as Speed Banshees are, everyone's got air units because it's the best counter to the zombies, so slowly but surely, that air army for Terran loses its value. As we all know, Terran Air Force is the worst in the game. This is not Heart of the Swarm. Ravens cannot drop 2 PDDs or a PDD and a Seeker. That lasts for 10 minutes. So, if we look at the unit compositions, we have 32 Tempests for the Teal team. What? Holy sh! 32 Tempests? Do they have? They only have, yeah, wow, 52 probes, and they're maxed out on just pure Tempests. That's incredible. Meanwhile, Yellow has 11 carriers and 3 Void Rays, 11 Stalkers. So they've got a mix. It looks like they've been unloading interceptors. Some of these carriers are completely empty on interceptors, but oh my god, the Doom fleet for Teal. Teal is like, Yellow, you are going to lose your 4th base. And Olex is like, drop! He's saying, and he probably meant to type that in team chat, as Red is going to hit them from the east, while Teal hits them from the west. Red hits them from the east, Teal hits them from the west, hit him from the east and the west, and Yellow's like, this man, we're going to go pick off your base, and then we're going to recall home, biatch. They lose their 4th. They're still on 3 bases, but their natural gets picked clean. Pylons are being targeted by the red team to prevent them from being able to warp it defensively. At the same time, Purple's just going to walk in here. They're like, yo, we got caught in the middle of a conflict, didn't we? As the Tempests come in and start to shoot at these carriers, they do so much damage. The mothership is down. They can't recall. They have to stay here and fight. They killed the 3rd base. They have their own 3rd still, but red is wreaking havoc. Yellow's lost everything. They've only got 1 warp gate. Nope, now they have no warp gates. Yellow has no production. They're completely cut off, and their army's about to die to teal. It looks like yellow will be the first player eliminated, but the opportunity gets seized by purple to run in with their Void Rays, and now they are filet mignoning everything in this base. The Marines come up. Need to run away, run away, run away. So they're actually really nice. They're like, God, please, zombies, save my Void Rays. And now the zombie does show up. That's going to mess the Marines' AI. The stutter-stepping Marines actually shooting at the... well, the units that are out on the map are actually getting cleaned up by the zombies, but yellow is left without any limbs to stand on. They have some money, but how are they supposed to bring this game back? I don't know. Teal is like, I'm going to push through the zombies just to kill you, you piece of shit. And now 4/4 upgrades are ready for the zombies. Purple's expansion is under fire, but it will be defended. Red holds, and yellow, oh man, yellow just got bruised so hard. Being hit by red and teal at the same time. There was nothing they could do. There was nothing they could do. It's ogre for them. There's too many Tempests here. And purple. How did purple get in yellow's base too? It's terrible. It's terrible. Well, the zombies have reclaimed this earth, the scorched grounds upon which yellow's corpse stands. Purple is actually losing stuff now because the zombies are managing to basically abuse the amount of units that they have. They don't have enough firepower to stop the waves. They can try, but there's just too much coming. And teal is holding strong with half their Tempests across the map. Yellow is trying to use Dark Templar to clean the zombies up, but there's just too many zombies. They can't. There's nothing they can do. They're going to try to survive until daytime. But does yellow even have a probe left? 2. Where? Where is the probe? Oh, they're here. Okay, they're going to try to rebuild. Okay. I mean, there's a chance, right? The zombies are always going to be a barrier between the players. They actually lost one of their Stargates to the zombie wave. This Teal's army just chilling here. So it's nice that they saved this with the DTs, but daytime has come, it seems. Screen just got a little brighter. And that's a big Diablo. Bam! As that one does get blown up. So it seems like yellow should survive. Oof. At least for now. There's a scan from red. He's like, yellow, you look like you died. Meanwhile, the Void Rays are finally getting a grip here. The zombies are now 5 upgrades. They're now 5 upgrades. It looks like apparently it is actually just Olex that's left in the game. Zren did tap out. Teal's trying to reclaim their 3rd. Purple just doesn't have enough to stop this. It's daytime, though, which means the zombie waves should stop. But yellow lost their Nexus, and they have no probes, so they're dead. They're actually just done. There's nothing left that Olex can do. There is nothing left that Olex can do. Rest in Parmesan. As these Void Rays continue to press forward. So let's just take like a, recoup here where everything stands. Red did manage to get their 3rd base. Most of the blue minerals are gone in everybody's bases, but the golds, they still got quite a bit of juice left in them. Let's see. So teal could get their 4th, I think. I think purple could also get their 4th, maybe. I'm not 100% on that. Red is going to try to move in with these Vikings. What are they going to do? They're going to try to just like snipe the Tempests? I think that's a pretty bold thing to do. These Vikings are at 3-1 upgrades. The Tempests are at 2-1-1, which is also fine. But that armor is just going to slowly go up and up and up. These DTs are trying to run through the zombies. Olex is like, I got to get something done. But there's no zombie buildings. It's not like they could be the, the trigger man. Tempests are going to come up here, and actually Teal's Void Rays are all going to die. Teal's Tempests are going to die. Void Rays are incredibly powerful versus massive. They get bonus damage against them, so Yeah, that's Shrek'd. Alright, that was ugly, man. Those Void Rays just obliterated. That Void Rays just obliterated those dudes. Jesus. Teal still has a lot back home to rely on, but they're down to just 14 Tempests. Yellow has a single DT. And supply-wise, let's look at the supply. Red is at 200, so Red is actually doing great. Red's got money in the bank. Red has a great setup. I mean, Liberators are just overpowered. So Red's biggest fear here is that a massive epic air army from one of the other players is going to destroy them. But Red is kind of just playing the game of attrition. Thing is, even though Red can't kill all of these forces and they're going to lose their Vikings, by weakening them, the zombies are getting inside Purple's base. Purple is actually starting to lose a lot of infrastructures. Like, we need to focus Red, Teal. We need to kill Red. Purple, who had the stream open, they know that Red is the best right now. But how is Teal ever supposed to make their way across? Olex has finally been defeated. How is Teal going to get across the map to attack Red? It's not going to happen. I don't see them being able to do it. Meanwhile, Red is just chipping away at this army while the zombies continue to destroy their infrastructure. Like, they're just losing everything. Destroyed. Sour about that. Sour about that. That super zombie killing his Void Rays. What's he got? What's he got? Reminds me when I first started playing Diablo 2 and I didn't know any internet lingo because I was 10 years old. And they're like, wug. Everyone says wug. I'm like, what does that even mean? They like go, they open a trade offer with you, and I'm like, and then both of our inventories are there, and the guy's like, wug. I was like, I don't understand. And then I realized, just like Teal, he was asking what you got. So red seems to have this in the bag. Purple's dead. Purple's actually going to lose all their buildings. They can't kill the zombies that are inside of their base fast enough, I don't think. It's an effort in futility. Show me what you got. And I'll tell you what, the zombies, they did not like what Purple had or got. It's not grammatically correct to say got in that instance, but... The Dank Shrine will die. Yeah, Purple's done. Red actually drops Purple at the same time, so he's just making sure that Purple dies. So now it's going to become Red versus Teal. Teal with the Immaculate Army on the west side. They've managed to hold on to this third base for now. The zombies are at 6/6 upgrades, but we have reached daytime, so the zombies will end their assault, and they will no longer seek to destroy the opposing players. But level 6 upgrades means that most of these units don't really do damage to the zombies anymore. So the Marines do... I'm actually going to kill the rest of these Void Rays. Yeah, that's the end. Purple is just about defeated. Tall has already tapped out, so now it is Destroyed who will die. Is he not going to finish that last gateway? The BM gateway? Purple has no units to do anything with. He's just looking at his gateway. Rip. So the real question becomes, how on earth is Teal supposed to kill Red? How do either of them kill the other? In my opinion, it's on Red to destroy Teal, because Teal will be able to fight against the upgraded zombies better. Like, there's too many Marines. As the zombies gain upgrades and go to level 7, 8, well, they are at level 7 upgrades now. So now the zombies are at level 7 upgrades. As the zombies get further and further up in the upgrades, like, this is just going to get worse, because now the Marines against some of these zombies, like, the Aberrations have 8 armor. They are literally as tough as Ultralisks, except they... Yeah, actually, these are basically Ultralisks, now that I think about it. They have some AoE with their attack, but not full AoE, so... Next zombie attack is going to hit. These Marines are slowly going to become less efficient, so... What... Oh, is that a stasis zombie? Stasis looks weird on units that big. Destroyed is done. I think that looks awesome. So the Tempests are going to hold off, but... Like I said, the Marines are just going to get worse and worse compared to these guys. So what Red needs to do is trade out some of their Marine supply and just build an unholy number of Vikings. Like, Red's got the bank. They got 20k, 14k. Teal has 5k, 5k. So Red has enough bank, I think, to just throw Marines away. and then try to do something. Maybe throw away SCVs and build some, whatever they're called. I'm not sure. For some reason, my brain's not working. Orbitals. Build orbitals instead of saving SCVs in supply, maybe. The tanks will be able to hold off the zombies for a while, but some of these units are still quite difficult to handle. Meanwhile, the Tempests do a lot of damage, and they attack faster than the siege tanks. They're very good. Yeah, what is the... It's 2.36 for Tempests. No, actually, Tempests attack slower than tanks. But I guess there's just more Tempests than there are tanks, so it's okay. They're good, man. They're good. They're listening to Nate. Maybe. They should be. I know a lot about StarCraft. So at this point, it just comes down to eventually one of these guys, if they just turtle too much. I think Red should die first because he has too many Marines. Because they're just not good. Marines just aren't good against high-tier zombies. The zombies are going to be at level 9 upgrades soon. And then Marines are completely useless against all of them. So the drop is going to hit in the back. Red is trying to get some damage done against Teal now. And picking off a couple of the photon cannons, getting some probe kills in with these Marines, of course. Teal can't get more than level 3 upgrades. They do have +1 shields, which is nice, though. They've got double drops with Disruptorinos in them, so maybe we could see that used to harass and attack. Really, it comes down to weakening your opponent's defense enough that you can finish them off yourself. Because right now, this base is exposed. Some of the Tempests are pulling back to deal with the drop, and that's allowing these zombies to get on top of this third Nexus. Teal is going to experience a little bit of a drop in their income if they lose this Nexus. They got a lot of money left, of course, but it's still tough. It is still difficult. I think level 9 upgrades are done, right? No? No, soon. Soon, TM. But yeah, the zombies will never stop spawning. So this is not the mod where you can kill the buildings and unlock Kerrigans that go and kill everybody. Because I found out that these armies actually wreck Kerrigan, so had to make things a little bit more difficult. The zombies will never stop spawning, so you are losing yourself the game if you chill for too long, because eventually their upgrades will allow them to destroy both of you, and then it's no longer in your hands. So Teal is going to finally move out. Red is pumping out Vikings, but is it going to be enough? That is the ultimate question right now, since this army is formidable, but they need to be able to get underneath the Tempests. And if they fire from the skies, if they fight from here, they could lock them down. I don't think economy matters as much anymore, but destroying the infrastructure to build a better army is the most important part, in my personal opinion. I don't know why. Yeah, just keep moving. Keep moving, Teal. Red is not about to attack them, so they should be good. Really good to add a bunch of cannons here to lock down this defensively. So Teal's going to make their first strike. Use the Oracle to tag the bases. And well, it's nighttime. So now if Red wants to defend, they are going to have to move units away from this position. But the tricky thing is, I think Teal's going to need to go home. Imagine if Red snipes this mothership and then Teal can't defend because the zombie onslaught. I like the DT usage. I love the DT usage, but DTs are going to be bad against the Diablos, of course. As Diablo now almost one... Oh, what? The teleport across map. They're like, okay, your whole army's here. I'm going to teleport my battle cruisers into your base. I think there's enough cannons here to defend against these BCs. I'm not sure. Yeah, one BC dies pretty quickly. Interesting to see this maneuver in a big drop. So Red is saying, come at me, bro. I can deal with your army. Or they want to try to win a base trade. And Teal does not have any probes. So Teal cannot make buildings outside of their base. But Red can float. Red can float if he needs to. So he's going to go for the big drop. The defense against the zombies is failing back home. The DTs, actually, they're doing a pretty good job. I'm surprised no ground attack upgrades, as that would really help with the Dark Templar against the zombies. But considering that the zombies are now at 9/9 upgrades, so Marines no longer actually hurt them. But there's a scan's going to pick off a couple of these Dark Templar, and that will allow them to continue to press forward. And this is just such a tough spot. Teal, what an awkward position this is. The siege tanks are going to die, and that means Red's base will be assailed by the zombies. Teal, Red has so much money, and they didn't build more than 3 starports? Oh, no. Once Red runs out of scan, I think Red's going to lose. Red had everything going for him. but he just didn't set himself up for a follow-up. That's incredible, actually, because he only has so many scans. He's losing his orbital. His orbital, his last one with full energy, just lifted off, which means he can't scan these DTs. And the zombies are getting to work on Teal's infrastructure. So really, it's actually going to be a true base race. It's actually a literal base trade to see who can kill each other faster. The zombies are starting to get inside. That's the big problem, because there's a lot of Diablos here. And the Diablos deal a sick amount of damage to buildings, 144. So they are destroying Teal's infrastructure. Teal needs to get a probe out. Wait, Teal has Teal's supply blocked and has no probes. Wait, they got one probe. They need to build pylons. They need to just make buildings as fast as possible with the single probe that they have so that they can draw this out as much as possible. No, the last probe's dead. And they don't have enough supply to build anything else. Well, that's got to be it for Teal. Red lands their command center and is going to maybe pick up the last Dark Templar. No, it's still alive. No, another scan. And they do get it. I think Teal's going to lose. Teal doesn't have enough to kill all these buildings. Red is just building more shit endlessly because they know. They know all they need to do is just destroy Teal's buildings before they destroy their own. And as good as the Tempests are, Tempests do overkill things. Use your disruptors! Blow everything up! I think Teal's going to lose. Teal wasn't able to save any probes. These are their last buildings. Baby rage, how sweet the sound. Tasteless, it's gonna be GG! Red team secures victory. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Of course, this is brought to you by my awesome Twitch TV subs. You can check me out at twitch.tv/Nathanias, where I stream every day from 1 p.m. Pacific time until about 9 or 10 p.m. Pacific time. See you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed the video.